enjoy the show.
The short play that we are about to perform tells the incredible story of Corrie ten Boom and the little Harlem watch shop that became a hiding place for many Jewish people during the Nazi occupation of the Netherlands. Corrie and her sister Betsy, both single women, lived with their father in his watch shop when the Nazis invaded Holland. Soon, life began to change in disturbing ways for the ten Boom family and their neighbors. Their faith in God was tested and ultimately strengthened in the dark times that followed.
It would be so good to listen to the radio while I finish the folding. Do you think we can risk turning it on?
Corrie, we both know that we can only use the radio for emergencies. And besides, we have a big risk of not turning it into the Nazis like everyone else.
I can't believe it. No Dutch newspaper, no radio, and my Girls Club canceled? Why, oh why, God, did you allow the Nazis to occupy Holland? I don't understand either. It's been hard to sleep ever since the battle began. And now with the streets full of soldiers, what will come next?
When the night is darkest, my daughters, we must trust God more than ever. For I believe that even darker times are coming. So we can't stop praying for his strength.
Darker times? Do you mean what's been happening to the Jews in Amsterdam? I heard today someone crashed in all the windows in Mr. Abraham's shop. And just last week, the clients disappeared completely. Either they went into hiding, or they were taken.
I'm afraid this is how it all began in Germany, Holland, and all the other countries that Italy was taking over. Vandalism! Forcing them to wear the Star of David, and sudden disappearances. We must pray for the Jews of our nation. After all, our Lord Jesus himself was a Jew, and they are God's chosen people. And guys, when the time comes, we must do all that we can to help them.
But you know the penalty for hiding Jews. Arrest, torture, and probably death. I couldn't bear to lose you, Father. Or you, Becky.
Corey, do you remember when I used to take you to Amsterdam?
On the train?
Yes.
Of course, those were the best of days.
And when would I give you your ticket for the train?
Why, just before we got on board.
Exactly. And our wise Father in heaven knows when we're going to need things too. Don't run out of heaven, Corey. When the time comes that some of us are going to have to die, you will look into your heart and find the strength you need just in time.
Oh no! It's Mr. Beale! The German soldiers have smashed his windows. They've taken his things. They've thrown his clothes into the streets!
Corey, hurry over and see if you can bring them back over here where it is safer.
Corrie brought the Veils back to the ten Boom home. They contacted their brother Willem, who worked with the Dutch Underground, a secret organization to help the Jews and undermine the Nazi occupation of the Netherlands. Later that evening, Corrie's nephew
the door.
Hey, Zeke. Okay, I'm afraid we have no time to waste right now. Are your belongings packed?
Yes, we're going to be right here.
Okay.
But Kit, where are you going to take them?
And Corey, if you are going to work with the underground, then you must learn not to ask questions.
The Temple family quickly became involved in the Dutch underground, but Corey still had many doubts and worries.
Oh Lord, there are so many people who need our help. But they don't get the false identification papers that they need to hide. And they don't have the ration cards that they need for food. Oh God, I feel so helpless. Please, show me who I can trust to help get us what we need. The first thing our guests need is food. And for that, they need ration cards. But who do I know in the ration card department? Who, Lord? That's it! Our old friend, Mr. Hornstrom. I know he won't betray us. Fred, is there somewhere we can talk? Fred, we know so many Jewish people who need our help, but they don't have the false identification papers or the ration cards that they need to hide. Can you please help get us some extra cards?
I'm sorry, but that sounds quite impossible. The German officials were required to open a local to make sure they take it.
It's okay, I understand. I don't want to get you in any trouble.
Wait, Corey. I just had an idea.
A what?
What if there's a robbery in my house?
A what? A robbery?
Yeah, a robbery. I'm just saying for us.
Don't tell me anymore. It wouldn't be safe. Mr. Bernstone, what happened to you? Come in. Come on.
Well, we had to make it properly for later. Let's write out that little scarf and stuff. Don't worry, I'll be fine. And I have 100 ration cards.
God has provided for us and our guests in amazing ways. Oh, Corey, I've got to tell you, we found some false identification papers. And best of all, we found an architect. An architect? Why? Well, it's a hiding place, of course. He promised to come by tomorrow and build us a little place that the Nazis would never find. That's wonderful. Would you like some?
Mr. Smith, the architect, arrived at the clock shop a few days later.
Oh, wow. This is a nice house for a secret hiding place.
Yeah.
It's got all these nice little nooks and crannies and stuff, too. And I think I'll just build a hiding place right behind this little shelf in your room.
Please, do whatever will be best and safest.
Okay, and the workman will be coming, and you can just send it to me.
Of course.
During the next few days, a number of customers came to the shop, each bringing harmless little-looking bags and boxes. When the wardrobe-sized secret space was finished, not even Corey could have guessed that there was anything behind that stained-glass wall with a bookcase against it. None of it looked new. Somehow, the workmen had made the new wall look 100 years old. The Tambooks also installed a buzzer to alert any guests of danger so they can run to the hiding place.
You must be a Jewish guest. Please, come in. Please, why? Please take a seat. Good, you're all here. There's something we need to talk about. We need to practice in case of an emergency.
another visitor entered the clock shop.
Corey, how are you feeling? Not very well. I think it's the flu. You definitely have some fever. I'm heating up some soup and I'll bring some to drink. Oh, Corey, there's someone downstairs asking to see you, but I'll tell him to come back tomorrow. Don't worry. No. Is he from the underground? I'll come down and meet with him right now. I'm sure it's too important to wait.
What's that money?
He needed some money to buy ration cards for a family of Jews. But I'm not sure I did the right thing. There was something about him. It just didn't seem honest. You were right to give him the money he asked for. We must always do our best to help those in need. Now here, have the soup I heated for you. Thank you.
Betsy, Corey, follow. They find us local officers coming up the street.
Quickly, Philip, bring the alarm.
All of you, into the next room, now! Except for you.
Please, sir, my sister's sick. Let her go back to bed.
Where are the Jews that are hiding?
There are no Jews here.
You are lying. Where are the Jews that you have hidden?
There are no Jews here.
Where's the secret? What's the matter? Where?
Lord Jesus, please help me.
Although the Gestapo searched the house, they could not find the hiding place or the Jews hidden there. However, when the Nazis questioned Betsy, she admitted that the family had helped Jews. She believed that it was wrong to lie under any circumstances. So the Tembu family was taken to the police station, and from there to prison. The Tembus were taken to a prison about 40 kilometers south of Harlem. Each prisoner was put in a different cell. Because Father Tembu was 84 years old, the officers came to him with a special offer.
Lieutenant, since you are old, it seemed to be ill. We have decided to let you go and die in your own bed.
That is a kind offer of you, but I must be honest. If I go home today, tomorrow I'll open my door to anyone who knocks.
You fool. Don't you know you will only die soon if you start helping these Jews?
Death is a part of life for all of us. And as a child of God, I have nothing to fear in it. Indeed, it would be an honor to die for God's chosen people.
Because of his insistence on helping the Jews, Father Tembu was kept in prison where his health rapidly deteriorated. 10 days later, he died. The last time Corey and Betsy saw Father Tembu on this earth was when they were led away to their own cell. There was no bed in Corey's cell, just a dirty straw mattress with only one blanket. The tiny room was bitterly cold. The only food was a plate of thin porridge each morning and one piece of black bread in the evening. But the worst part of the prison was the loneliness. Corey was alone in her cell for 4 months. Her greatest comfort came from the Bible as she remembered the verses her father would read during her family's evening prayer.
God, I miss Betsy so much. And I miss Father. I miss our evening prayer where he would take down the big family Bible and read his deep, strong voice. Why does one verse keep coming back to me? You are my hiding place. You are my shield. You lift me up, and I will be safe.
After 4 months, Corey and Betsy were sent with other female prisoners to a work camp where they helped build machinery for the German army. By September, there were rumors that the Allied army was not far from Holland. One day, the prisoners heard a lot of explosions, and they became very excited. Then it turned out that the Germans had only been blowing up roads and bridges. The next day, the Germans shot 700 of the male prisoners. The women and the rest of the men were put into cattle trucks and sent to a concentration camp in Germany called Ravensbrück. Corey and Betsy were forced to climb with all the women to the entrance of the camp. That night and the next, they slept on the cement ground outside. Now it's the third night and they're preparing for bed.
Everyone is reported to the processing center. Get up! March! Betsy, how are your stomach cramps tonight? They're getting worse. But God is good. Please keep this far out of it. Ma'am, where are the toilets, please? Sir, the toilets?
Use the drain board.
What are the uniforms? Betsy, God has answered my prayers. We can hide the Bible, vitamin drops, and your sweater behind these benches. And come back to retrieve them later.
The women were made to strip and take ice-cold showers. Back in the changing room.
Here, Betsy, a dress big enough to hide your sweater. So they are warm. And to hide our treasures. Hide them. What are you doing? You can see that bulge from a mile. God will help us. I feel as if God wants me to walk straight on through and all the way up.
As they leave the showers, the guard at the door pats down the prisoner in front of Corey, and then Betsy gets over Corey.
You are not dead. I heard it was built for 400 prisoners. We are more than 1,000. We are closer to 1,400 being crammed into this building. You too, I get it. This dust is unbearable. The police are worse. They make the dust seem like clean air. You too, okay. But they're already free here. Well, the same predicament. Please intercede on the floor. Your choice.
did these women realize that those very requests would allow them privacy for their Bible study. Morning came quickly with roll call at 4:30 a.m. 35,000 women needed to be accounted for, and if anyone was missing, they were counted again and again. So often it went on for hours. If the prisoners did not stand up straight, the guards would beat them with riding whips. In the camp, the work was extremely hard. Corey and Betsy had to load heavy sheets of steel onto carts, push them for a certain distance, then unload them. All the time, the guards shouted at them to work faster.
Hey, watch out. You took my bread. Give it back. There you go. Yours is bigger than mine anyways. You little. We only get a small ration, like half of mine. And I don't feel like a big deal my bread too. Break it up. Move along. I don't have time for this. I want to go to bed. I can't help it. I need the shakes. All that does. I think I just ate some. Please stop moving around. It's not her. It's not me. It's not me. It's her moving over me. Another bed broke? Lord Jesus, send your presence into this room. There's been too little praying here. The very walls know it. But where you come, Lord, the spirit of strife cannot exist.
The change was gradual but distinct. One by one, the angry sounds let up.
Hey, I'll make you a deal. You can stay here where it's warmer and I'll take your place by the window. And add your lights tonight? No thanks.
I'll tell you what, we'll open them halfway. Then we'll be half frozen and you'll be half smothered.
Thank God for that.
In the evening, after a hard day's work and a miserable supper, Corey and Betsy took out the little red Bible. At first, a small group gathered around to listen, then more and more. Women joined them. The guards never came in to stop them because of the police. Women came from many countries, including Poland, France, Germany, and Russia. Corey translated the Bible from Dutch into German, someone else translated the German into Polish, and so on. Under these terrible conditions, the goodness in the word of the Bible shone out, and their message of God's love brought comfort. With death all around and the promise of eternal life and the glory of heaven gave the women hope for the future. On the first day of November, the prisoners were issued coats. Betsy and Corey are now working at leveling some rough ground just outside the camp wall.
Now, can't you go faster? Loafer, lazy swine. Look what Madame Baron is. Surely she'll overexert herself.
Well, that's me, all right. But you better let me tie along with my list, or I'll have to stop altogether.
I'll decide to stop.
Betsy! Don't look at it, Corey. Keep working. Look at Jesus only.
By mid-November, Betsy was coughing up blood. Now the prisoners are back in the barracks for a Bible study.
I will admit her to the infirmary because her temperature is only 102, and it needs to be 104 for her to be admitted. Here,
Betsy's fever eventually rose to 104 degrees, and she was admitted into the hospital where she grew stronger. She was put on knitting duty in the barracks. The time passed and Glory was to report one morning for glasses. None fit and she was sent away. Not knowing where to go, she returned to her barracks where Betsy and other weak prisoners were knitting socks.
Number?
Prisoner 66730. Reporting.
Grab some yarn and pad on a sheet. You'll have to go onto the bed. There's no room up here.
Betsy, you look so happy. Well, you know how we have been praying and reading the Bible during our daily time?
Yes. Betsy finishes her quota of which is just about God.
And now we know why. Well, we had a question about our assignment. We asked for the guard to cancel the issue, but he refused, saying he would never set aside by his flea-infested barracks. Don't you see? The wonderful fleas have allowed us all this freedom to minister. That's wonderful.
This began the best weeks for the sisters as they ministered side by side, sharing God's love with all the prisoners, praying for each other and for the guards too. Though conditions were still awful and dreadful.
Get up, you good for nothing. Walking around like you don't know where to go. Come get this pig out of my sight.
Betsy, I hope that someday you can provide a home for them, and love them, and take care of them. Glory, I pray every day that we will be able to do this, to know that love is great.
Later that night, Corey realized that she had been thinking of the feeble-minded prisoner and Betsy of their persecutors. Somehow, Betsy seemed to have risen above all the suffering and to be living very close to God.
Corey, wake up, Corey. I'm having a dream, a vision. I see a large house somewhere in Holland. It's beautiful. There's a large garden, a large hall with inlaid wooden floors. We are helping people who've been hurt in the war. Corey, I believe God is going to give us a house like this. I hope so. Corey, another vision, another dream. I see a concentration camp in Germany, but there's no guards and no barbed wire. All the buildings are painted in cheerful green. It's for a camp who've been hurt, for the guards who've been hurt by the evil of this war and by the evil of Hitler, like the guards who've been taught to be so mean at Ravensbrück. Corey, I believe that we're going to show them how good God is and how much He loves them. So only if we can give up our bitterness and our hatred.
Gradually, however, Betsy became weaker and weaker. It was bitterly cold, for it was December. In the end, Betsy was so ill that she was admitted into the hospital again. Corey was not allowed to visit her sister, but each day went to look through one of the hospital windows. Finally, one day, Betsy's bed was empty.